Okay, I'm recording this video first, just because Sonic Generations only lets you have one fucking save file for some reason. So I want to show off all the stuff on my original save file, because I have all of the stuff, and I'm not going to be able to get it on the new one, because holy shit, is collecting those red rings a pain in the ass. Less of a pain in the ass in this game than it was in Colors, because at least you have the homeboys in front of the levels telling you where all of the red rings are. But as you can see, I got all of the red rings in all of the levels. The only thing you get for collecting all the red rings is like extra abilities. Like you collect all the red rings in Act 1 or 2, and you unlock a new ability that you can buy from Omachow's stupid shop here. Which I have them all. They're not all that great, honestly. Like, you don't need any of them. But here are all the abilities you can unlock. If you get all the red rings on Planet Wisp with Classic Sonic, you unlock the homing attack with him. So you can actually, in the last cutscene, Classic Sonic tries to use the homing attack, can't do it. Apparently he learns. For some reason it's not working. Maybe you have to be in the level, that's probably right. Yeah, see? Look, now he can do the homing attack. Yeah, it's not as good, but he can do it. That's pretty funny, right? And thus, the timeline has been irrevocably altered. And the timeline that Classic Sonic in this game is on is now can never replicate the original timeline that we know of, which will lead into Sonic Mania. The BAM. Maybe after learning the homing attack, he puts his own flair on it and instead invents the drop spin dash, something that our original Sonic never learned and was able to do. Bada bing, I'm still going with Mania as a sequel to Sonic Generation. Also, look at how Classic Sonic, when you do the homing attack... Oh shit. Fuck you, Motobugs. Look at Motobugs! I like how they put the extra work in to have Classic Sonic have little poses that he does when he homing attacks people, like freeze frame on those poses after he homing attacks a badnik, and he'll like do a little flippy pose. Isn't that adorable? How they actually put the work in to put unique animations for Classic Sonic's homing attacks. A move you would only unlock in the post-game after beating the game and after having gotten all the red rings on Planet Wisp. Again, like, it's a short-ass game. It's way short, but there's plenty of extra little arcadey replayability incentives to encourage you to replay it and unlock a bunch of extra stuff. And the only reason I really went through the work of doing so was because they made it so much easier by having all of the, like, hints about where to collect the red rings throughout the levels. Compared to Sonic Colors, where you had to look it up online if you wanted to find all those red rings, and it was so not worth it. Ah, man, that's just so fun. I just love, like, looking at all the different animations. It does a little kick in the air. That's so cute. But damn, little thumbs up. Anyway, so that's just one of the little... That's the last one you get. And again, you're only getting this one after beating the game. So this is like, in-universe and just you playing the game, this is post-game content of Classic Sonic having learned the fucking homing attack. The other skills he can get are, he can get the Aqua Shield and Thunder Shield. These are extra skills you get for getting all the red rings in some of the stages. I think this is for Chemical Plant. I think this is for Sky Sanctuary. This gives you the little Insta Shield from Sonic 3. Long Spin Dash. You can breathe underwater, which is a great reference to that cut item from Sonic 1, where he had like a little snorkel mask, which Sonic Mania also referenced adorably. This one lets you ride on a skateboard, which I don't see the point of that. And then the same with Modern Sonic. Super and Sonic. Why'd I write it that way? He also gets a bunch of extra unlockable abilities for collecting all the red rings. They're a lot more, like, passive-based. Like, you just get more boost energy for collecting rings. You just get a longer boost gauge. You can do it faster. It auto-refills for you. You can do faster tricks. Like, these are a lot less tangible. They seem a lot more min-max based in terms of the skill that they give you, rather than compared to Classic Sonic, which is more tangible. Oh, you get a skateboard. Oh, you can do the homing attack. And you can only use the abilities that you have equipped, unfortunately. But again, it's not like they're mandatory or anything. And after beating the game, like, again, this is post-game content, you can only get this, like, this is the bonus you get for beating the game, is once you collect 50 rings, just like the good old days, collect 50 rings, and then Bazow! Super Sonic. And he plays pretty closely to how Super Sonic played in the Genesis game. Again, it's not perfect because they couldn't get a perfect one-to-one transition of the physics from the Genesis games, but it's pretty fun. It is pretty fun. It's still, you can still jump high, you can still just walk into enemies, you're still invincible. And I do love his little, how he just floats along the ground like that. And as a minor detail, you can't really see it on the model here, but as a minor detail I always thought was cute, is Classic Super Sonic still has the little Mickey Mouse black eyes. He doesn't get the red pupils like Modern Super Sonic does, which I think is a cute little attention to detail. I think it would have been even cuter if Classic Super Sonic got the green eyes that he had in Sonic 3. But no, he's just got the little Mickey Mouse eyes, and I fucked it up and didn't finish the stage with Super Sonic still active. But if you finish the stage with Super Sonic, the results screen is he's still Super Sonic, and he fucking zip-zap zippity-doops around the area based on what ranking you get. Seriously, look up a compilation of, like, rank completion poses in this game. Every single rank for both characters has a different pose that they do. And if you're Super Sonic, he also does a different pose for each rank you get, which is adorable. And this makes up for me not being able to show off Super Sonic and Sonic Colors, because it's basically the exact same thing. But once you get Super Sonic with Modern Sonic, you can also go Super Sonic. And again, it plays pretty much the exact same way as Super Sonic plays in Sonic Colors. Again, it's like your typical Super Sonic, you run around, you're invincible. The only difference, which I think makes Super Sonic and Sonic Generations worse compared to Super Sonic and Sonic Colors, and I don't know why they did this, but when you use the boost, you start flying over the ground. Like, I'm on this fucking rail, so I can't show it off, and I'm gonna run out of Super Sonic. Like how he's not even grinding on the rail, he's just floating over it. Please give me some rings so I don't run out so I can talk about this. Is when you boost, you fly over the ground. Did you see that? Fucking it up, unfortunately, but yeah, when it was in colors, when you boosted, you just boosted normally, running along the ground. But for some reason in Sonic Generations, when you boost, you start fucking flying over the ground, and that means you miss rings while you're running along. You're just flying over top of enemies instead of killing them. So when you're Super Sonic as Modern Sonic, it really is more advantageous to just run normally without boosting. Unfortunately. I mean, you still get a speed boost, so you're still running pretty fast, but you're not running like boost speed fast. Yeah, really weird decision to make Supersonic just start flying up along above the ground when you're Supersonic. I'm actually gonna go back because I wanna show off the ranking screen as Supersonic this time. And again, look at this. Boom, flying over the ground. I do not understand that. It seems pretty weird to me, because that makes playing as Supersonic kind of worse. And yeah, look at Supersonic freaking the fuck out because he got an S rank. Just flying all over the place. Oh, he looks so fucking badass. So yeah, those are all the things you get after beating the game, is extra little homing attack for collecting all the red rings, along with some other abilities, which aren't that great anyway. But they're cool that they're in the game. And you can run around as Supersonic, which is pretty fun. It's a little bit of a shame that you have to beat the game in order to unlock it, but it's better. I will take that over having to collect every single goddamn red ring in order to unlock being able to play as Supersonic. That is just awful. But yep, that's Sonic Generations. Let's go ahead and chill out, eating some goddamn grapes with Knuckles. Yep, that's Sonic Generations. I'm recording this video first, so I don't know what the fuck. But, yep. Say goodbye to this save file, because unfortunately you can only have one save file in Sonic Generations. So all of this extra shit that I unlocked, all of those red rings that I collected, all of those extra little bonus stages that I did and got concept art and bonus music from doing them. All of these things that I did I did almost all of them in order to get all the bonus concept art and stuff. Check out my time on these fucking boss stages, which I kept doing over and over because they were a lot of fun. This is the original save file. Well, actually, it's not the original. My hard drive got kaput at some point. But anyway, like, all this extra stuff that I unlocked playing this game, all this art, should show us some of this art at least, since it's all gonna go away forever now. I think it looks better than how it did in Sonic Mania. A little bit. Mania did the cool stuff with the syringe, but I like the centrifusion mixing chamber that they have in this one. It never occurred to me playing the original Sonic 2 how the blue was water, like the fluids and the chemicals. Like you're running on top of pipes. That never occurred to me as a kid. Like, that's weird chemicals flowing through the pipes that you're running on top of. That's really cool. This is why I love concept art, people. You learn things. What was that? That tiny little Sonic jumping in the lower left. Chow ice cream. Fuck you, truck. Look at these original concept arts. Yeah. Important original sketches for City Escape while developing Sonic Adventure 2. I love concept art. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but concept art is like one of my favorite things. Idea sketches for Sonic Heroes. Idea sketches for Sonic Designs. Like, I love looking at what the original idea, the original concept that was drawn up was, and then comparing it to what ended up being in the final game. And look, originally they had the idea to have combo attacks in Sonic Heroes. Like, originally you were gonna have an actual, like, punch-punch-kick, dodging the bullets combo system. Platinum, get on that shit. Just give Platinum the fucking, like, they tried it with, like, apparently this eventually became the Werehog. stuff in Sonic Unleashed. Seriously, that like the fruit for making a character action Sonic game is so ripe. Hand that shit over to Platinum. I'm just saying. Oh, rooftop run at night? It would have been cool to run around these stages at night as regular Sonic. I never had that thought before just now. Original concept art for Planet Wisp. Like, look at the excavation. Like, that's not a mountain, those are trees. Those are layered canopies of trees, and Eggman's, foresting machine there is just carving them down. That's really good concept art. Again, see, look, those are trees, and just the act, like, what is he, burning them? Burning the trees and ripping them down and using them for fuel. That's so fucked up. Look at the intricate detail that they put into making concept art for the fucking flowers. The flowers that you were just running past and not even paying attention to while running through the fields of Planet Wisp. They had to draw art for those flowers and texture them and model them and put them in the game. And no one's gonna notice that shit. No one's gonna notice those fucking... That's adorable. Yeah, this is art for the Sonic Generations stuff. Motobug! Oh no! I love Motobug. He is by far my favorite Badnik till the end of time. Any game that has Motobug in it is a good game as far as I'm concerned. Fucking hate this guy. Oh, look in the bottom right. Little monkey's giving the thumbs up. Gun robots. This idea for Green Hill, where you're running through like an underwater cave through Green Hill, they totally repurposed that for Sonic Mania. Started here, folks. Yep. So, that's Sonic Generations. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to this save file. Gotta start doing this playthrough, which means I gotta delete everything. Yep, unfortunate. So all of the stuff you have been watching up until this point, all freshly made after deleting everything I had achieved previous. Hope you fucking appreciate that. Anyway. So, that was Sonic Generations, like I said, really short game. And not because of that, like, yeah, I don't feel it's as good as Sonic Colors, even though technically it did make a lot of raw gameplay improvements. Like, the context around it was a little bit less. And you can see, like, the scissor marks of where they had to cut things out. And they couldn't do all of the fun ideas that they might have had in mind because they had to rush it out the door for the 20th birthday. But hey, look, it's that game. No, it's that good Sonic game that no one talks about. Like, they don't talk about this game. They can't acknowledge this game because it's a good game. Oh shit, we can't pretend Sonic's bad if we acknowledge the good game. Enjoy your future, Sonic, it's gonna be great. Oh, take that one clip and make a shitty meme out of it. No, it's not, because... yeah, we're gonna... like, everything else. See, Sonic and Knuckles... not Sonic 3 and also Sonic and Knuckles. They're all wrapped up into one thing. Anyway. Like, the only part of the game they acknowledge is the one that they can misconstrue to be shitty with. Ugh. But, like, I feel like there's almost not a lot to talk about with it because, again, oh, I like how the clip actually showed the Genesis game fucking up there a little bit. Kate Higgins, Mike Pollock, Cook Thornton, Cindy Robinson, Maggie O'Connor. I was looking at the voice acting credits that were going by. Like, in terms of what it set out to accomplish, being a birthday game, a tribute game, an anniversary game, obviously it accomplished that. Just, if I had to compare it to Colors, as a whole package, I think Colors, like made it out a lot more strongly and finished much more strongly. The final boss of Sonic Colors was definitely better than the final boss of this game. And as I've said before, you gotta have a good ending, because otherwise the last thing you're gonna leave people with is gonna be less than flawless. Whereas, like, the ending of At the Speed of Sound, whereas the ending of Sonic Colors, like, fucking stuck that landing. That final Supersonic boss fight, nah, not so much. That's why I don't even really count it in the running of Supersonic final boss fights. It felt like an obligatory Supersonic final boss fight, and not like a true blue Supersonic final boss fight. Like, I felt like they had to throw it in there because we're, like, sending up all the classic games, including the adventure games, which are classical now. That's actually pretty funny. They're 10 years old, those games. So, and personally, I guess it depends on how you interpret it. Again, if you interpret Sonic Mania as a new Saturn game, then, like, it's in its own running. But if you take Sonic Mania and consider it to be something of, like, a tribute send-up to the classic games, honestly, I think this did a better job of it. It was a much more complete and whole celebration of everything Sonic is, was, has been, and will be. Like, it's unfair to, like, compare this game to Sonic Mania, but people do. I mentioned it in Sonic Mania, but one of the things people hold against this game is, oh, it's just all old levels, though. And so was 70% of Sonic Mania. No, but in Sonic Mania, the Act 2 was different. Yeah, that's how it was in this game too, guys. And honestly, there were certain things that this game did, remixing the old levels, that I think were better than the way that Sonic Mania remixed the old levels. Like, Act 2 of Chemical Plant Zone, that fucking kicked so much ass. And again, like, the thing I feel that elevates this, come on, guys. The thing I feel that, even from the gameplay clips that it's showing during the credits, you can kind of see, like, oh, no. Anyway. You know what elevates this game over Sonic Mania to me? You're playing as Modern Sonic. Modern Sonic plays like so far, this is the bar that they're raising with Sonic Forces. Like, it went Unleashed, incremental improvements in colors, incremental improvements in this gameplay that we had with the modern Sonic levels is what we can expect from Sonic Forces. And once again, like, the debate about the physics, I feel like, is such a false one, because it doesn't matter. Like, I'm pretty sure Sonic Mania isn't one of the Genesis physics either. Even if it was or wasn't, that doesn't matter. It just has to be fun to play, and, like, classic Sonic is fun to play. It's well designed. It's just not modern Sonic, so, like, when you stick it next to this superior gameplay type I could be playing instead, that is a much more truer representation of what the character should play like and is capable of, I would rather play the modern style of Sonic. The only advantage... Oh, wow, did you see that clip? It's actually pretty funny watching the gameplay clips and watching them try and cut before the games freak out a little bit. Like, every time you can see the game about to freak out, they cut to a separate clip. Like, the only reason Sonic Mania kind of comes out over Classic Sonic is because you don't have modern Sonic right next to Sonic Mania to compare it to. Really, the best thing that Classic Sonic does for its inclusion in this game, I feel like, is how he kind of stands as a tentpole of that discussion about Sonic's power level incrementally improving throughout the series. And, again, that debate of how, like, Mania is basically a sequel where Classic Sonic tried to do the homing attack, couldn't do it, and said, yeah, that's fun and all, I'm gonna put my own spin on it, though, and instead started using the drop spin dash. Those were actual Sonic fans. It took like a Japanese convention and an American convention, and had a crowd of people say "Happy Birthday, Sonic," and they put that in at the end.
Are you sure you saw a door over here?
What?
You were the one who said you saw a door over here.
Happy birthday, Sonic.
I know it was one of us. Shut up and keep looking.
Make me quiet, cause I'm a sap like that. But yeah, it feels like Classic Sonic took his failed attempt at a homing attack and decided to take it in another dimension, and from that came up with the drop
the exact same
spin
time
dash.
as when you asked earlier, and it'll be the exact same time when you ask later. There is no time here. Let me just say that this was a brilliant plan that you came up with. Don't get too self-righteous. It'll be your plan pretty soon.
Time travel's weird.
I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to forgetting it.
I'm gonna go invent the hard-boiled heavies.
Do we ever win? That depends on your definition of win. Beating Sonic? Oh, well then no. That doesn't give me much hope. Maybe I'll go back and get my teaching degree. That's not a bad idea. I've always enjoyed telling people what to do.
I can imagine Eggman with the little professor hat on. So that's Sonic Generations. Felt like if it had had more time for them to work on it, it would have been it would have really blasted out. But as it stands, kinda it took a running start, but it forgot to tie its shoelaces. That's a pretty good analogy, I feel like. So again, actually replaying this game again makes me go, "Aw, dog, Sonic Forces, yo! Sonic Forces, yo!" Especially since even Classic Sonic is gonna be improved on in Sonic Forces. He's gonna have the drop spin dash. It's gonna be it's this Sonic. This is Classic Sonic. His timeline changed, and now he's from an alternate universe, an alternate timeline, and has different abilities. So his future is not modern Sonic's past. He goes through Sonic Mania and then pops out in Sonic Force. He's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm back. I'm here to help again," because of Dio Emerald Crystal shenanigans. I'm gonna be zipping zapping around with my drop spin dash, and it's gonna be awesome. Really playing this again makes me go "Yo, fucking Sonic Forces, dog. Sonic fucking Forces." Because, unfortunately, the next game after this decides, nah, let's take things in a little bit of a different direction. See how it feels, you know? See what the scenery's like on this side. For next time, Sonic's gonna be exploring the Lost World. I wish I could think of a better transition than that, but I can't. That's not a great title. It just makes me think of Jurassic Park. Sonic Lost World. Oh my god, we're almost fucking done. It's